Star Trek fans, buckle up. 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting years the franchise has seen in decades. From brand new series to long-awaited returns and even an unexpected genre twist or two, the Star Trek universe is boldly going in some thrilling directions. Whether you are into gritty spy stories, nostalgic, episodic adventures, or daring experiments in comedy, there is something for everyone. Here is your guide to every Star Trek TV show and movie dropping or developing in 2025. Star Trek Section 31. Originally set to be a full series, Section 31 took a different route, becoming the first made-for-streaming Star Trek movie on Paramount+. And what a way to kick things off! Michelle Yeoh reprised her role as the formidable Emperor Philippa Georgiou, this time on a high-stakes mission involving the Federation's shadowy Black Ops group. Set in the 24th century, Lost Era, a time frame Star Trek has rarely explored, this film delivered intrigue, action, and a darker edge than what we are used to. Section 31 premiered in late January this year and is directed by Olatunde Asanami and penned by Craig Sweary. It also stars Sam Richardson, Casey Roll, Humbly Gonzalez, and Miku Martino, with old-school Trek aliens with the Cameloids and Deltans making a comeback. If the reception by viewers turn up high, then this could be just the first in a whole new line of Star Trek original films. Talk about a fresh frontier. Starfleet Academy. Looking ahead, Starfleet Academy is the show every Discovery fan and frankly, anyone intrigued by Star Trek's far-flung future should be watching for. Set in the 32nd century, the show shifts focus from seasoned Starfleet veterans to a group of bright-eyed cadets learning what it really means to wear the uniform. Holly Hunter takes the lead as the Academy's Chancellor, a role that promises gravitas and intensity, while Paul Giamatti is set to shake things up as a mysterious and potentially villainous figure. Behind the scenes, Alex Kurtzman and Noga Landau are running the show and they are aiming big. Production began in late 2024 with a premiere expected sometime in 2026, but it's already making waves thanks to the massive sets, reportedly the biggest in Star Trek TV history, and a nostalgic return to San Francisco as the Academy's home base. Adding even more excitement, Lower Deck star Tawny Newsome is part of the writing team, bringing both her comedic instincts and deep Trek fandom to the table. Expect a mix of character-driven storytelling, big ideas, and possibly some rule-breaking from these young cadets. After all, they're not just learning, they might just redefine Starfleet itself. Strange New Worlds Season 3 and 4. As it has been reported, with Discovery wrapping up, Strange New Worlds has confidently taken the torch as the flagship of the modern Trek era. Anchored by Anson Mount's magnetic performance as Captain Pike, the series is a vibrant return to Star Trek's episodic roots. Each episode a new adventure complete with breathtaking visuals and heart. Season 3 finished filming in May 2024 and will premiere on July 17th, 2025, picking up directly after Season 2's cliffhanger involving the Gorn. The show is set to dive into one of the most intense standoffs yet. Fans can also look forward to a noir-style episode directed by Jonathan Frakes alongside other stand-up directors like Dan Liu and Valerie Weiss. And also, a 4th season is already confirmed. Filming starts in spring 2025, perfectly timed to ramp up excitement for Star Trek's 60th anniversary in 2026. Each season sticks to a tight 10-episode format, ensuring every chapter packs a punch. It's modern Trek with a classic soul, and it has never looked better. An untitled Star Trek live-action comedy. Now for something completely different, a Star Trek comedy. No, not just funny moments, serious episodes. We're talking a full-blown, live-action, half-hour sitcom-style series. This is Trek as you've never seen it before. Directed by Tawny Newsome and Justin Simien, known for Dear White People and Haunted Mansion, this new show is being billed as a workplace comedy set on a pleasure planet. And the twist? Well, the characters' lives are being broadcast for entertainment, sort of like a Star Trek meets The Truman Show concept. The show is still under wraps with no official release date, but rumours suggest it's a spiritual successor to Lower Decks, and now in live action. Given the creative team behind it, expect clever satire, loving nods to Trek canon, and plenty of absurdity grounded in heart. It's a bold move, but if it's done right, it could open up a whole new corner of the galaxy. An untitled Star Trek origin movie. Another movie in the Trek lineups is a mysterious new Star Trek origin film that's already generating buzz, even with so many details still under wraps. Set for a theatrical release in 2026, this film is being directed by Toby Haynes, known for his stylish, character-driven work on Andor in Black Mirror, USS Callister. The script comes from Seth Grahame-Smith, whose credits include the Lego Batman movie and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, signalling a blend of sharp wit and inventive storytelling. This is not a familiar Star Trek space odyssey. Instead, the film rewinds the clock to a time decades before the events of J.J. Abrams' 2009 reboot, exploring humanity's first contact with alien civilizations and the foundational events that eventually led to the creation of the United Federation of Planets. Most of the action will take place on Earth, a fresh take for a franchise so often focused on starships and space battles. Production is expected to kick off sometime in 2025, and while specific characters and plot lines remain under tight wraps, the concept alone is full of potential. For longtime fans, this is a chance to see a focal but largely unexplored era brought to life. And with the film landing in time for Star Trek's 60th anniversary, it's perfectly positioned to act as a love letter to the legacy of the franchise while offering something entirely new for a modern audience. Star Trek 4. And then there is the long-standing question: will we ever get Star Trek 4? As of now, the answer is looking more hopeful than it has in years. Though plagued by delays, creative reshuffles and shifting plans, the fourth installment in the Kelvin timeline, which stars Chris Pine as Captain Kirk and Zachary Quinto as Spock, is still alive and inching toward reality. The project recently gained new momentum with the flight attendant Steve Yockey coming aboard to pen the screenplay. A director hasn't officially been attached yet, but the cast has openly expressed interest in returning, and fans are eager to see the story reach its proper conclusion. If it all goes according to plan, Star Trek 4 could hit theatres in 2026, bringing a long-awaited sense of closure to the Kelvin crew nearly a decade after Star Trek Beyond. Beyond nostalgia, there's something meaningful about this timing. A 2026 release would align perfectly with the franchise's 60th anniversary, giving fans a reason to celebrate not only the return of beloved characters, but the resilience of a series that's continued to adapt and thrive across generations. With movies, shows, comedies, and coming-of-age space dramas in the pipeline, it's clear that Star Trek isn't just sticking to a formula, it's embracing its potential like never before. The franchise has always been about possibilities: scientific, moral, emotional, and social. What we're seeing now is a full embrace that cuts across multiple genres and tones, from classic adventure to quiet origin tales to full-on comedy. 2025 and 2026 are bringing a mix of stories that speak to every kind of fan, and many that are sure to pull in newcomers too. Whether you grew up watching the original crew, fell in love with the Kelvin timeline, or jumped aboard during the streaming era, this new wave of Star Trek is honouring what came before while forging a bold new path forward. So, if you've been waiting for a reason to return to the stars, consider this your signal. Star Trek's next chapter is just beginning, and the view from here looks spectacular.